नहीं हो सकता
लॉगिन कर लो भाई सब लोग फटाफट। रवि लॉगिन करो। लिंक भेजा इंटेक में। हाँ वो रिपोर्ट दे दो अभी देना ही पड़ेगा और इसका भी नहीं मिला तो
श्वेता माझा फ्रेंड कधी
नहीं मेरे को वो नहीं खोल दो।
पेपर दो देता है मोबाइल में
अपन कई बात बोलते खाऊ पिऊ घालते नाही
नहीं ये पोर आले ना या तर मिस्त्री बोल मीटिंग आहे का? मीटिंग आहे. देख रहे क्या?
फोर जी नेटवर्क वो भी लगाओ.
नहीं हो गया
नहीं फिर जाए नहीं यार.
नहीं जाए
डॉक्टर चेंज किया.
बाकी डॉक्टर करून करूया. लवकर जोपर्यंत आता ते कंपल्सरी
बरोबर आहे.
लवकर ठीक आहे. लवकर जोपर्यंत होत नाही तोपर्यंत आता ते नाही सगळं बंद करतायत ते. त्याच्यामुळे आता ते परत सगळे डिले झाले तर ते न्यू मध्ये स्ट्रिक्ट होणार. अभय यादव ने भी ज्वाइन कर लिया. देखो हो गया.
Good morning,
Good morning, good
and a
morning,
warm
good morning,
welcome,
good
and a
morning,
warm
good morning,
welcome,
good
and a
morning,
warm
good morning,
welcome,
good
and a
morning,
warm
good
welcome. everyone. Request to bear with Good morning. 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 I am so एक काम करो, वो लैपटॉप से प्ले कर, लैपटॉप से प्ले कर।
तुम्हारे चालू है दो तो नहीं सक्सेसफुल
अनिल सिप्पू
full-time assistant. He is helping the job. Because
Good morning and a warm welcome to each present here. I am so grateful to welcome our delegates to the Centenary Celebrating Virtual Webinar Meet Satgun Sang. I feel privileged to open this webinar and stand here. I am Shushma Kindalkar, your host for today. Lord Ganesha is worshipped first before beginning any puja or any auspicious in home or places of business. So let's start the program with Ganesh Vandana.
क्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा क्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
About Sadgun Sang. मचरूहा सुल्तानीपुरी ने कहा है, मैं अकेला ही चला था, जनीब ए मंजिल मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवा बनाते गए. We started this webinar internally with 50 participants and today we are celebrating our 100th virtual webinar. जी हाँ, Sadgun Sang is a series of educative, informative weekly webinars aiming to illuminate professionals on possible solutions to current issues of industry and economy, organized by SJK Foundation, which is Sundar Jesaram Kataria Foundation. We started this webinar on 13th November 2020, conducted every year on various topics. And today we are completing our 100th webinar. Congratulations, Dr. Sundar Kataria and everyone present here. This initiative was started during COVID time and kept continue a relationship for the benefit of manufacturing services industries for various sectors. Today, we have various speakers from various sectors who shall talk about the organizational success story and showcase for the benefit of MSME. Today, as a leader, you must envision the future, passionately believe that you can make a difference and inspire people to achieve more than they may ever dream possible. This is none other than Dr. Sundar Kataria. He is the chairman and managing director for International Certification Services Private Limited, done mechanical engineering, doctorate into business management, specialized into nuclear construction of India's first power plant, RAPP, oil and gas, onshore and offshore, upstream and downstream, and submarine pipeline system, corrosion technology and cathodic protection system, underwater inspection and NDT, certification of management system, tutor and facilitator, trainings and qualification in the management and technologies. Sir, I welcome you. Now I request Dr. Sundar Kataria to virtually inaugurate today's session.
आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
Please welcome Dr. Kataria. I now request him to please say a few words.
Thank you, Sushma ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And very good morning to all of you. Wish you happy Diwali and welcome on behalf of International Certificate Services and Group Company and also as the Kataria Foundation. I welcome all our valuable delegates, eminent personality here, honorable speakers or presenters and entrepreneurs and new starters. As Sushma has already informed you, under the Sadgun Sangh, which we have been having last 2 decades, we are continuing our journey on digital initiative during the start of the pandemic in the year 2019. And today we are pleased to announce that we have completed almost 100 episodes. So this was to reach our valuable SMEs, because ICS was always having an objective to be company, to be the certification body for SMEs and small companies. Our objective main policy was to enhance the quality of the product and services provide ISO management system to the industries to improve their management system, also increase their productivity. And we have also been using a lot of quality tools in providing them our services. As you are aware, India is the 5th largest country in developing the fast growing in your economy, as well as we have been contributing to the GDP of the national. SME has been playing very vital and important role. As you know, the SME has grown very big. India has almost about 1 crore SMEs which are registered. And if you take the unregistered company, which are quite a lot. SME is also playing very, very important role to the GDP of the country to reach 7 to 8% this year. As I told you, in 1919 to 20, in spite of the pandemic and a lot of restrictions, the growth of SME was more than 18.5%. That is quite a tremendous. Our congratulations to SMEs. Government of India has also provided very valuable support to SME, allocating almost 40% increase the allocation of budgets. The budget, if you see in year 2021, was only 7,572 crores, where it increased to almost 100% in the year 22, 15,700 crores. I am happy that new starters, new entrepreneurs, new enterprises have joined this journey with SMSC, and especially mention of the medical devices, which were the need of the day. And a lot of SMEs have come up with the new product, which we have been depending upon China and Europe and many countries. Today, we are self-sufficient, producing our own medical devices, and has been growing almost as a 30% growth has been registered last 3 years. Also, SMEs also supporting socio-economy development. You will say why, how? If you see, they have been empowering our women force, especially take the dairy industries where it provides in crores the villagers who are empowered. And apart from that, food sector is also one of things, and agriculture industries help. This has also helped India to boost their export. As I told, SME is also growing, and our government of India has been supporting under the great leadership of our great Narendra Modi, who along with a lot of dynamic and very leaders who have provided a lot of supports. I don't want to name, there are almost all the leaders has been doing pretty well in their organization, especially in the industrial sectors. So growth has been there. And also the government of India has also allowed BSE to have this stock market for SME separately. So these are the very pragmatic moves by the government of India. We are very much thankful. And during the 75th Azadi Ka Amrit Utsav, we also joining hand for Atmanirbhar Bharat to make SMSC as a independent, pragmatic, growing, and quality conscious organizations. So my thanks to Satgun Sangh team who have been working day and night to make this event very successful. Once again, I thank you all for joining us on this journey of the digital webinar. We'll continue, I assure you, we'll continue this journey for a long so that our SMSME grows and produces the quality of product and services. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. All the best to our this centenary celebration. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you so
Back
much,
to
sir.
Sushma.
Thank you so much. Leaders don't create loyal followers, but they develop independent and empowered decision makers. Let me introduce to our first speaker, Mr. Chinmay Vardhaman. He works as real life coach and promoter at Rocks Forever in India. He has done MBA and MA in economics. 25 years of experience into international marketing exposure and 15 years of entrepreneurship at Rocks Forever Inc. So I welcome you. Over to you, sir.
नमस्कारम। जैसे कि सुषमा जी ने बोला, मैं सबसे पहले आध्यात्मिक नमन करना चाहूंगा गणेशा को, और यहाँ पे मैं बिल्कुल याद करना चाहूंगा मेरे बाल सखा राजेश जी। राजेश जी, आप सुन रहे हैं मेरे को? और साथ में चाचा जी डॉक्टर सुरेंद्र कटारिया साहब। मैं अंकल आपसे कभी भी परिचित नहीं हो पाया, आप जब भी उदयपुर आना हुआ मैं ऑफकोर्स नहीं था, पर आज ये बहुत बड़ा मौका दिया आप लोगों ने। मैं अपने अनुभव को और हमारे रॉक्स परिवार की यात्रा को आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगा। एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कभी मैंने अपने लाइफ में नहीं सोचा था कि इसका मैं एहसास कर पाऊंगा, पर यहाँ पे सभी जनों से कहना चाहूंगा, स्पेशली सद्गुण परिवार के सभी सदस्यों को जो देख रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं, जब आप ये एहसास करते हैं और इस एहसास को किस अंदाज में आप देखते हैं, मैं चाहूंगा कुछ पंक्तियों के अंदर आप लोगों को सुनाना चाहूंगा। ये पंक्तियां मेरी लिखी हुई जीवन की प्रथम पंक्तियां हैं। राजेश जी, मेरे बाल सखा, आप बहुत ढंग से सुनिएगा। जिंदगी और मृत्यु के बीच, जिंदगी और मृत्यु के बीच बहुत ही कम फासला होता है, बहुत ही कम फासला होता है। ये भी कटु सत्य है, ये भी कटु सत्य है। इसी फासले के बीच, इसी फासले के बीच जिंदगी होती है। आए इसी जिंदगी में, आए इसी जिंदगी में इतना रंग भरे, इतना रंग भरे, मृत्यु के उस पार की बगीची भी महक उठे। जब आपको ये एहसास होता है तो आपके एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को देखने का नजरिया बदल जाता है। मेरी जीवन के अंदर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप अपने आप में एक एक्सीडेंट है, और आज मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि ये एक्सीडेंट इतना खूबसूरत हादसा है कि अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा एक परिवार, बहुत बड़ा अपना कारवा बन चुका है। और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण चीज है कि मेरा जो दृष्टिकोण है, मेरा जो दृष्टिकोण है व्यापार के लिए, बहुत ज्यादा व्यापक हो चुका है। और मैं सभी से कहता हूं कि लाइफ के किसी न किसी मोड़ पे आपको ये एहसास करना चाहिए, क्योंकि इसमें इंसान की जो क्षमता है उसको जानने को उसको पूरा पूरा मौका मिलता है। जब आप कहीं पे वर्क कर रहे होते हैं, चाहे वो किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पे, वहां पे आप सिस्टम का एक पार्ट होते हैं, बहुत लिमिटेड पेरिफेरी पे काम कर रहे होते हैं, और जैसे आप एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के प्लेटफॉर्म पे आते हैं तो आप पहचान पाते हैं कि आपके अंदर की जो कई छिपी हुई प्रतिभाएं, क्षमताएं, वो पूरी तरह से उजागर होने लगती है। ऐसी कुछ कहानी है हमारे रॉक्स परिवार की। ये रॉक्स परिवार 2006 के अंदर स्टैब्लिश हुआ, और 4 दोस्तों की कहानी है जिसका पूरा मंत्र, और यदि कभी आप रॉक्स परिवार की वेबसाइट पे जाते हैं या हमारे कभी कैटलॉग को देखते हैं तो वहां पे हमेशा आप एक वर्ड देखेंगे, और वेंचर बाय 3D प्लस। तो यहाँ 3D प्लस का मतलब है डिसिप्लिन, डिवोशन, डेडिकेटेड एफर्ट्स प्लस टाइम मैनेजमेंट। ये 4 चीजें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण रोल प्ले करती है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के अंदर, और स्पेशली टाइम मैनेजमेंट को मैं इसलिए कहने के पे हाईलाइट कर रहा हूँ, हम इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस में हैं और हमारा जो डोमेन एक्सपर्टाइज है वो ग्रेनाइट और इंजीनियर्ड गुड्स है, मतलब आप बोल सकते हैं क्वार्ट्ज सर्फेसेस। उनके लिए टाइम मैनेजमेंट बहुत बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करता है। 2006 के अंदर जब हमने इसकी शुरुआत की थी, बहुत छोटे से बीज के रूप में, हमने कभी नहीं सोचा था, और उससे मैं विश्वास नहीं कर, हम चारों दोस्तों ने सोचा था कि हम कभी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नहीं करेंगे, हम सिर्फ अपने आप को एक ट्रेडिंग एक्टिविटीज में ही कहने के इन्वॉल्व रखेंगे। पर कई बार कई चीजें ऐसी होती है जो आप सोचते नहीं, उस सोच से परे होती है, और वहां पे हमने कहने के पे 1 साल के अंदर हम ऐसी चीजें होने लगी जो हमको लगने लगा कि हमको मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर में एंटर करना चाहिए। तो हमने अपनी पहली फैक्ट्री उदयपुर के अंदर लगाई ग्रेनाइट की, और उसके बाद हमारे फैक्ट्रीज की कहने के पे अपना आप में एक यात्रा शुरुआत हुई। उसके बाद ओंगल के अंदर, उसके बाद उदयपुर के अंदर क्वार्ट्ज फैक्ट्री। और आप विश्वास नहीं करेंगे, जब हमने पहला साल शुरुआत किया था तो मुश्किल से हमने 8 करोड़ का टर्नओवर किया, और आज कहने के पे 15 साल के बाद गर्व के साथ कहना चाहूंगा कि बैलेंस शीट के अंदर पूरे जो हमारा ग्रुप का जो टर्नओवर है ब्रॉडली 200 करोड़ के आसपास टचअप कर रहा है। पर ये कैसे पॉसिबल हुआ? इसमें दो चीजें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। जब मैं काफी चिंतन कर रहा था, दो चीजें मेरे आंखों के सामने आ रही थी। सभी के पास सब चीजें होती है, आज जितने भी यहाँ पे आए हुए महानुभाव हैं, सब कहीं ना कहीं कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड से बिलोंग करते हैं, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में है, तो सबको पता है मशीन्स, ऑफिस, ये टीम वर्क होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, सबको सब पता है। पर दो चीजें जो बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करी हमारी यात्रा के अंदर, जो आप लोगों के साथ शेयर अप करना चाहूंगा। एक है कि कहीं ना कहीं पे टीम को रिटेन करने की जो हमारी क्षमता, आप कोई भी यदि हमारे पर्टिकुलर आप टीममेट से पूछेंगे और आप हमारे पर्टिकुलर पूरी हिस्ट्री देखेंगे, तो 99% जो टीममेट हमारे साथ पहले दिवस जुड़ा, वो आज भी कहीं ना कहीं पे हमारे इस यात्रा का पार्ट है। और उसका रीजन जो वो बताते हैं, जो हम कई बार उनसे पूछते हैं, ऐसा क्या है कि कहीं ना कहीं पे इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर क्या आप हमारे साथ ही कंटिन्यू करना पसंद कर रहे हैं? दूसरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आपको बेटर पैकेजेस मिल सकते हैं, बेटर आपको बेनिफिट्स मिल सकते हैं, बेटर ग्रोथ अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलती है। तो उनका कहना है कि सर, दूसरी कंपनीज में और यहाँ पे सिर्फ ये फर्क है सर, आप हमारी सेल्फ रेस्पेक्ट को हमेशा रेस्पेक्ट करते हैं, साथ में हमारी फैमिलीज को भी आप पूरी तरह से उसी लेवल पे रेस्पेक्ट देते हैं जैसे आपकी अपनी फैमिली की। यहाँ पे मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि रॉक्स परिवार, हमारे जितने भी टीममेट्स हैं, उनके सभी परिवार के सदस्यों को साल में एक बार बुलाते हैं, पूरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में उनका टूर करवाते हैं, और उनके जो पर्टिकुलर बच्चे होते हैं वो किस वे से वर्क करते हैं, वो एक दिवस वहां पे वो एंजॉय करते हैं। उनको देखने का मौका मिलता है कि उनका बच्चा किस वे से एक परिवार की यात्रा में कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है। ये एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर है। दूसरा फैक्टर है जो है, किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर हमेशा उतार चढ़ाव आते हैं। एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का मतलब भी यही है, कभी ऊपर कभी नीचे, कभी टर्बुलेंस, कभी बहुत सुनहरे दिवस। तो ऐसे ही सुनहरे दिवस का जब हमने कहीं ना कहीं पे, ऑफ कोर्स हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की यात्रा में भी 5 वर्ष की जो पर्टिकुलर पीरियड था, बहुत टफ था, जिसको आप बोल सकते हैं काले बादल थे। पर ये काले बादल हमेशा नए लेसन देते हैं, नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज ओपन करती है। जब पीछे मुड़ के देखते हैं, फिर लगता है कि ये नहीं होता तो शायद हम ये डोर अपॉर्चुनिटीज खोल ही नहीं पाते। तो यहाँ पे जो सबसे बड़ी क्षमता जो मैं हमारी टीम में, रॉक्सफोर्ड परिवार के जो प्रमोटर्स में देखता हूँ, वो बाउंस बैक करने की क्षमता। जब भी हम गिरते हैं तो इमीडिएटली वापस बाउंस बैक करने की हम जद्दोजहद में लग जाते हैं, और वो हमें बहुत स्ट्रांगली आगे बढ़ने का पूरी तरह से मौका देता है। साथ में जैसे कि अभी हमारे क्वार्ट्ज इंडस्ट्री के अंदर राजेश जी को बहुत अच्छी तरह से पता है कि अभी एंटी डंपिंग का यूएस मार्केट से काफी स्ट्रांगली कहीं ना कहीं पे एंटी डंपिंग इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है। तो हमारे इंडस्ट्री के अंदर वापस काले बादल है, पर यहाँ पे हम वापस पॉजिटिवली देख रहे हैं, नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज के द्वार खोल रहे हैं, नए मार्केट्स के लिए हम कहीं ना कहीं पे बाध्य होंगे, दूसरे मार्केट्स को देखना चालू करेंगे। कभी तक हम ब्रॉडली यूएस मार्केट में ही पूरी तरह से इन्वॉल्व हैं। तो यहाँ पे मैं स्पेशली सभी जो नवयुवक हैं, जो स्टार्टअप हैं, जो इंडस्ट्रीज में आना चाह रहे हैं, उनके लिए यही कहना चाहूंगा, योद्धा बने, क्योंकि योद्धा ही आपको आगे ले जाएगी और वही आपको विजय बनाएगी। और जो मंत्र है जो मैं शुरुआत में बोल रहा था, 3D+T, इसको आलिंगन कर लें, और ऑफ कोर्स कहीं ना कहीं पे हमेशा सीखते रहें, आगे बढ़ते रहें। कभी भी कोई भी द्वार बंद हो, निराश मत हो, हमेशा हमेशा आगे की तरफ देखें। और मैं आपको ज्यादा समय नहीं लेना चाहूंगा, पर एक कविता के साथ जरूर अंत करना चाहूंगा इन सभी नवयुवकों के लिए जो स्टार्टअप के लिए हैं, कि जीवन को किस अंदाज में देखें आप। जीवन एक पाठशाला है, जीवन एक पाठशाला है, उम्र इसकी गवाह, उम्र इसकी गवाह, इसका हर रंग एक अध्याय, एक पड़ाव है। विद प्लस आलय, विद प्लस आलय, ये तो रंगमंच है हमारे रंगों का, हमारी शक्तियों का, स्वयं से स्वयं को परिचित करने का माध्यम है ये तो। निरंतर अध्ययन, स्वानुशासन, दृढ़ प्रतिज्ञा, ये तो ज्वाला है जो हमेशा हमें अग्रसर करता है हमारी मंजिल की तरफ। हमारा दृष्टिकोण, हमारा साहस, ये तो सारथी है हमारे जीवन रूपी रथ का। हे साथियों, आए हम सभी अपने रंगों से इस विश्व, इस धरा को मुस्कान दें, जीवन के अर्थ को संगीत दें। यही तो सच्ची आदरांजलि है हमारे जीवन को, हमारी पाठशाला को। धन्यवादम। थैंक यू।
धन्यवाद सर, आपने जो हमें अपने एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में बताया है उसके लिए धन्यवाद।
हाँ बेटा।
Beauty gets the attention, personality gets the heart. Let us move ahead to our next speaker, Mr. Ajay Nair, who is the Managing Director and CEO at Win-Win Maritime Limited. He has done diploma in shipping management from National Institute of Shipping Management, Mumbai. Training done for transport of dangerous goods for tank container operators from the New Alchemy Training and Consulting Organization, United Kingdom. He has experience in the logistic industry and he is responsible for formulating the overall business strategy and developing business relationships of our company. Welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Good morning to everyone, and very, very happy Diwali and all the best for the New Year. And hope that everybody's New Year will come with a fruitful period. My name is Ajay Nair, and as a brief introduction has been done, we are basically a container line operator. We provide means of transport in the international water. And we started our company in 2014. And by today, we have a 16 offices in India. We have our office in Dubai, Singapore, and Malaysia. More than 100 families are working with us now today. And today, we have reached more than 400 crores turnover. So everything, this is the team which we have, the team and the management which we have. Because of that, we could achieve this kind of results in a short period of time. As you know, as earlier somebody said that निकले थे हम तो मंजिल की तलाश में लोग मिलते गए और कारवां बनता गया. So this is the way we have come through till now, and we hope that we'll achieve more milestone in coming years. And we have tried this shipping industry is right now is going through a lot of challenges. Of course, the COVID period was a blessing in disguise for supply chain industry, but definitely we see a lot of challenges in coming days. And but we hope that we all will sail through this difficult times. If somebody wants to ask any question, they can ask, because I have a little, agency and I have to move out. So if somebody has some questions about our supply chain industry, they can ask. So, I can reply on that.
Everyone is requested to put their questions in the chat box. We will be taking this at the end of the session, sir.
Okay, fine. So basically, shipping, as you know, that a lot of NVOs, non-vessel operating carriers, have come into the pictures in last 3 years, and everybody has done very good. India is supporting EXIM industry, is supporting very good, but recently we have seen that all the bans on the cargo and anti-dumping duty, as my friend said earlier, we are definitely facing a lot of challenges now in coming days. Hope the government will come up with some best solutions and redressals, so that shipping industry can survive in this troublesome waters. So this is what I want to say, and I don't know, actually I don't have much what to say. I hope that this is enough for my industry.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We would like to express our gratitude for the information and experience shared by you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
गुणवत्ता का एक ही आधार, सुरक्षा से कोई ना हो खिलवाड़. Our next speaker is Mr. Anshul Saxena. He is CEO at Haldos and AKS IT Services. Done MS in Information Security from Georgia Tech, USA. 13 years of work experience in building real-time cybersecurity products. recipient of National Technology Award 2020 from the Government of India for building cybersecurity solutions like anti-DDoS and web application firewall for national critical information infrastructure. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very good afternoon, everyone, and good morning, to be exact. Thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me to the stage. And to all the entrepreneurs who are there today, I wish you all the very best. So I would like to start by introducing myself. My name is Anshul Saxena. I'm CEO of AKS IT Services and Holdos. We are a 17-year-old cybersecurity products and services company. Back in 2006, when we started, I started along with my father, who is also the managing director of both these companies. He spent most of his time in the Indian Air Force, and after he took voluntary retirement, he worked for a couple of years in the industry before we plunged in the entrepreneurship world. Starting with just one employee in 2006, I was at that point in time still in college, and I was working part-time with my father. By the time I finished college, we were around 12 employees and growing with a steady income. I went on to pursue my master's in information security, and after that, I worked for a few years with Amazon Web Services in their elite group of cybersecurity division, where we were involved in mitigating denial of service and application layer attacks on anybody hosting their websites and applications on AWS infra. I came back to India in 2014, and that is when I realized that when we used to go as a cybersecurity services company, we used to provide cybersecurity consultancy, auditing, cyber forensics, and training. But all these activities were done either before the attack used to take place or after the attack had taken place. But when I was in AWS, I actually used to mitigate the attacks while the attack was happening. And that is when I realized the impact that these cyber attacks have on organizations and the criticality and the damage that they can create in the organization. So we took this conscious call to start building sophisticated cybersecurity products. And since we have had experiences both from services and in mitigating attacks, one thing was very clear, that manual way of mitigating cyber attacks is not feasible, because the attacks were growing, and we were when you do it manually, there is time you will make mistakes. Humans are prone to making errors. So machine learning and AI was the only way to build sophisticated products that could mitigate such complex attacks. So our services business was going very fine. We were having a steady stream of income. We were around 35 employees and growing. And come 2015, we started with Holdos. Many of us laughed at us that these products are only built by the Western world. There was no such solution in the industry. There were hardly around 6-7 vendors across the globe with these capabilities. But we were determined, because we had experienced firsthand. We knew the shortcomings. We knew what the challenge was there ahead of us. It was a tall challenge. And by 2018, we actually made our very first sale for our products for multi-commodity exchange. It was a exchange, so the solution has to be fast, real time, and should be able to mitigate attacks in a matter of not milliseconds but microseconds. And we were successful in doing that. From then onwards, from multi-commodity exchange to India Energy Exchange to National Commodity Exchange, then moving on to Ministry of Finance, banks like IDFC First Bank to national security infrastructure from the government data centers onto security agencies like CISF, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, and then going on to customers in US, Europe, and Southeast Asia. From mid of 2018, since we started, we have substantially grown, actually 5 folds year over year. And in our endeavor, every time when we were going at any customer's place, deploying these solutions, many times we were told that, you know, your product will fail because as a deep tech cybersecurity solution was very unheard of back in the days, in about 5 years back also. Now we are seeing a flurry of innovative deep tech startups coming in and shaking the industry. We were also one of the first ones. We are in fact the only vendors in entire Southeast Asia with the capability that we offer, and one of the 7 vendors in the entire world with the capability that we provide. And in our effort, whenever somebody used to say that, no, you cannot do it, your product is going to fail, we used to take it as a challenge. And so far, I have had not one single customer who has left us. Every installation went 100% perfect. In cybersecurity, you can stop 99 attacks, but if you miss one attack, everybody's going to talk about that one attack. And so far, we have carried out over 12,000 plus cybersecurity audits, and none of our customers have ever been hacked after we had done their assessment. From the products point, we are securing many data centers, over thousands of applications, and every day we are mitigating tens of thousands of attacks every single day, and successfully doing that, and none of our customers have been ever compromised. Because of our capability, we were also awarded the National Technology Award from Ministry of Science and Technology. We had a lot of support from the government. Our product was tested by the government. It was certified. We also received some funding from the government, and we have supplied to the government in various data centers, smart cities, and so on. So I would like to say that, when you make up your mind in achieving something, the world will come together to find a way. So I wish you all the very best. And this was a little journey that we had where, so to say, a success story. We started with 1 employee. Today we are having 130 employees across India and outside, with offices in India, Singapore, US, and Europe, in Switzerland. So that's my journey, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful experience shared. We would like to thank you for taking your time out of the busy schedule and sharing your experience today. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It is about one life influencing another. Let us move to our next speaker, Mr. Pratik Vaidya. He is a Chief Vision Officer and Managing Director at Karma Management Global Consulting Solutions. He has done MBA, acquired law degree, and developed scholarship, intelligence, consultation, and counseling skill. Specialized into personal law consultancy, personal outsourcing, payroll management, recruitment, staffing solution, mass hiring, HR shared services. We welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sushma. And first of all, congratulations to Sadhguru Sangh for doing a 100th or centenary celebration of the virtual webinar. And I was very, also thankful to Dr. Sundar Kataraji, Sumit Kataraji, and giving opportunity in past as well. And I know this journey started since the COVID times, and I was fortunate enough to be called for, some of the sharing of knowledge which is there. So since we are into HR consulting and compliance consulting, some of the knowledge we have shared in past, and it was really appreciated by a lot of participants. And I'm sure that today also we have more than 180 participants. And what today's topic is as simple, and it's from my heart, is about the journey. What is karma management into, and what is the journey about it? So let me just tell you a story of what we are in next 10 minutes, which is the slot allotted, I hope, Sushma. So from 11:45 to 11:55, maximum 11:57, I may take to finish my talk on journey.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So myself, let me just talk about myself first. And I was a very average student. So a lot of people, I've heard that, a lot of startup companies are there on this panel, and they are listening to us and all. So it doesn't matter that, yes, academics is everything. Yes, you need to study hard and get good marks and everything, and then you can propel in your future and in your studies and your career and all. But it's just not the academics, it's the overall thing which you have a journey and how you grow about it. So I was not great in academics. I was just an average student with I just got 70 plus in it's a SSC and 12th and all those graduation. I had always a penchant for technology, IT. I was always impressed with that. However, my family business was into more of a law consulting, and which I never wanted to join. So that's very important that whatever your passion is, you have to follow your passion. So my passion was in technology, and I started working in companies like Arthur Andersen, Standard Chartered Bank, Procter and Gamble was my last job. And I was very much enjoying that way back in, I think, 1998, up to 2003, I worked. And that time, so when you are doing anything in passion, you love it and you enjoy it. And that's how I was very much fast progressing in my career at that time. I was a non-BE student, still I was in good technology, and I'd done a lot of IT courses and all. But what happens sometimes is that alone passion and academics will not reach where you have to reach. Sometimes you are, put a challenge in front of you that you need to embrace, or need to take some decisions around it, what you need to do. So there was a challenge which was posted for me, was that I had a family business which was going down. It was moral counseling. We had 10 to 11 employees. And they were in, my father was having the consulting company, a proprietorship company, and 10 to 11 employees, and it was going down. The turnover of the company was at that time around 2003 was around 50 lakhs per annum, which was having some bit of employee staffing as well. It was going down. I had two choices. Should I progress in my career, which was very good IT, my passion and everything, or should I join a business which I don't know about? I had done a law degree because by default I had to do for a family. Should I do join the family business and try to salvage it or grow, which I don't know anything about it. When you post with such challenges, you need to do assessment, very important, and it is just a gut feeling. There is no rocket science, or there is no thing that what you need to do. So I chose the difficult path of saying that, okay, fine, let me just see if I can help my father salvage the business and try to grow, which is a very, very paradigm shift on what I was doing. I was into IT, I just told you that. I went into that. Next first 2 years, 2.5 years, from 2003, 2005, it was a roller coaster ride. I didn't know anything about it. So right from, so what I started was, I was in a good IT position as a tech head in Procter & Gamble. When I joined my father, I was right from basics to, do a kind of a messenger, to do the Xerox copies, to ensure admin, to do everything we were doing. Very important is that whenever you are put into something, either you follow your passion or whatever you work, you need to ensure that you know every damn thing, and it is no issue at all for you to do any small and menial job as well. So I started with that to understand what is it in to do this consulting. When I 1 year down the line, I understood that as I work with big brands, we need to ensure that we make a big brand as well. So that's how in 2004 I started with a company called Karma Management Consultants, and that's where Karma Management, the company, was born in 2004. And then I realized that I need to add more of these services. So we were just into payroll consulting or payroll compliance services. I said, what else I can do? So wherever you are doing any of the service or manufacturing, see what you can do a backward integration, see you can do forward integration. So I just went to the backward integration. Okay, fine, payroll compliance, what comes before that? So payroll. What comes before that? Oh, you need to recruit so that I can do payroll. So that's how we started our journey in 2004. By October, November 2004, Karma Management took over this so-called proprietorship company, which was in the father's name, Kishore Vaidya, and we, established more. Since I already had a technology background, okay, now that's where I put that passion into this current business, which I didn't like for the first thing, which I never wanted to join. But I said, hey, let me now see what I can do. So whenever we are doing any business, startup company or a big business, always we need to see any product we sell or any services we sell. The differentiation is very, very important. How different we are, because everyone sells everything and there's a lot of competition in any product or service you do. Differentiation is very important. So that's what I realized, that when I'm giving my certain services, payroll, HR, and compliance, I need to differentiate in certain way. And that's where the tech and innovation came handy to me. And that's where when we started talking to the client and started giving tech-enabled services, which was not heard of, in past in my field itself. So that's how we started growing, and we said, oh, so this company is giving much more better than the other competition. The other competition, mind you, were much bigger. But what is it that even if you're a small company, I was a small company of 10 employees, I can differentiate it and I can deliver better. That's where it is. So 2-3 things very important in a journey of an entrepreneur is, one is you need to ensure that you differentiate whatever product or service you sell. Second is very important that you keep on re-innovating yourself, re-engineer yourself every 2 years, 3 years. Nowadays, it's every year. You need to disrupt. You need to disrupt the minds of people. You are there to do something new. And that's what it should keep on going. Yes, it may fail. You may fail also, but failure is a ladder to success. You can fail 4, 5 times, 5 times, but you should not be, unfazed by that. You keep on trying that, and that's very important as a journey which we have done. So, like from 2004, when it was a 50 to 60 lakh turnover, up to 2020-21, we were 80 crore turnover. That's how the journey was. A very important thing was that yes, innovation, something different to give the customers, retention of the customers, which means getting connected to the customer. The connect is very important. You may grow in a certain level. Down the level, your team is also there. They need to connect the customers very well. At the same time, even if you're on the top, even if you're a managing director and you're running, but once in a month, once in 2 months, 3 months, it's definitely good to have a customer connect. So that's kept on going, that we innovate our services. We try to see what else we can do in the whole space. And that's where we started. Mumbai, we started in 2004 and all. By the time 2018-20, we had more than 25 offices pan India. We were very much good. Come COVID, and now everything went haywire. So the kind of clients which we had in retail, hospitality, we are very booming all over India. We had few technology clients as well, but we had retail, hospital, and everything went down. If the clients went down in the business, my business definitely went down there. And because of that, we had a heavy losses. Now, what to do? Now we have to absorb the losses or sit like tight, or we do something else. So it is always say that if God closes one door, it opens another door. So just in that 2 years of the pandemic, it went into wishful thinking. Again, how do we renew it? How do we see how can we differentiate our product and services? So today we have a compliance. We are pioneers in compliance services, that is into HR compliance services. We have our own indigenous as compliance products like WeChat, which is one of the advanced governance, risk, and compliance tool, which is highly automated with AI and ML background, and it is creating automated audits. I know ISO also, and ICS also does a lot of audits, but we are doing an automated audits there. So that's what the tool does. At the same time, we created one more tool, which is into more of a payroll compliance and trying to do that, how we can ensure faster turnaround time for doing a lot of other services. So we also created one more tool called Process. And this is where we thought. Now that I didn't stop with that. I said, when tools are fine, this 2 years is fine, India is a bit gone with sluggish market, what else we can do? We also started exploring other markets. So we started our offices in USA, in Canada, in UK. We had operations in Dubai as well as Philippines, and all during 2021 pandemic time, and this we started off. People were talking about, and people within the organization and people outside also, that why are we actually going at the wrong time, because everything is down. I took it as an opportunity, and I took it as a challenge, and we set up. So today, Karma Management, now after pandemic, when we already there on that, those geographies, the work started coming in. So not only we are trying to, expand again and go back to what we were in 2020 and surpass that in India, but other locations in globally also, we are trying to expand in a big way. 2 cents in last 1 minute. I know I've taken a bit extra minute here. Innovation, differentiation of whatever you're doing. Perseverance of your passion is very, very important, where you follow your gut, you follow your passion. And yes, whatever comes, you need to be very much aware of your surroundings and you need to adapt yourselves. You need to not adapt yourself with the surroundings. You need to adapt, and you need to train that, okay, fine, if this is the surrounding, these circumstances which comes in, how do I adapt to grow? That's the thing which I wanted to say. So you should be like a more of a flowing river, which can go through valleys and mountains and carve its own path, rather than being a stagnant pond. That's what I just wanted to end this here. So thank you very much once again for the opportunity. And I really wish happy Diwali and a very, very prosperous New Year to all of you. Thank you very much.
The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. Your journey with Karma Management is truly inspiring for new entrepreneurs. Thank you for sharing your journey. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, everyone. All the best.
Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Let us move ahead with our next speaker, Ms. Riddhi Jani. She is a woman entrepreneur doing business in the name of Savitri Syndicate. They are into manufacturing of kitchen modulars. They provide end-to-end solutions for kitchen equipment. Welcome you, ma'am. Over to you.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and wishing you a very happy Diwali and happy New Year. First of all, thank you to ICS to giving me an opportunity to explore my business as well as introduce myself, what we are doing in Savitra Syndicate. So let us start with my introduction. Myself is Riddhi Jani. I am a business head of the Savitra Syndicate. And we are manufacturing assembly of the commercial kitchen equipment, which is mainly used for the mega kitchens like Akshay Patra, ISKCON, big temples, hostels, universities. That is our core specialty: designing, installation, and after sales service. How we started the Savitra Syndicate? Before that, I'll just brief you about the company. Before this company is into consulting business, as my education is a quality management system certified lead auditor for ISO 9000 standard. And I'm a certified lead auditor for 14,000, ISO 14,000 also. Gradually, I thought we should start with the consulting firm only. Then we started the kitchen consulting for the ISO system, QMS system. That we had started in with one client. We had started our project where we give complete QMS consulting, documentation, trainings, implementation. Then the thought arises from there: why should not we go into the kitchen industry, which is going to be a boom and no recession in future also. So this is how we started with the commercial kitchen industry gradually. Earlier, we used to take a complete equipment from the state like Karnataka, Noida, that state. Now, after 10 years, we have that confidence to assemble the equipment, install the equipment, and give after sales service, develop our parts also. So this is how we grow it. But marketing was a big challenge for us because we don't know how to do the business, how to get the clients. So what we started, thought of the enter into the government sector. So we took almost 3 years to enter a government sector, that is into the tribal development department in Gujarat sector. My office is located in Mumbai as well as in Gujarat also. So in Gujarat, they find they find kitchen, so they don't give that much importance. In India, that hygiene, as you are aware, nowadays by grace of Modi, people are more aware of the hygiene, systematic approach, system approach. Then when we approach to the client, we are into manufacturing this kitchen equipment.
Sorry,
Yes.
ma'am, you can continue.
Yeah. So they said here in the kitchen, we don't, we have that normal traditional way of cooking and all that. Then we show them a video, we show them a picture, but it doesn't click much. Then it was a big challenge. After 3 years also, we could not able to get the proper client. Single equipment, 2 equipment, we able to get it. But then gradually, one of the government sector, we got a project for the chapati machine order. That chapati is per hour 1,000 chapatis. We design the kitchen equipment, 1,000 chapati per hour. That fuel saving is also very higher side, 1.5 kg fuel saving. But still, people are not convincing. No, that costing is very high. Then as a business owner to start up, it's not only for the starting the business we started. We want to really grow in this industry. And it was a challenging because in this industry, lady entrepreneur is 99% all are headed by the male member only. Then they said ki on the woman entrepreneur ground only we got the order. Chalo, lady entrepreneur is participating in this, so we should give the award the tender to the lady entrepreneur. That's the only major ground ki chalo ek lady kya kar sakti hai. Ye sab because this industry is very big and very challenging industry, and capital investment is also very high. So they given on this purely ground, and we put in a lot of efforts. Last 3 years, we are meeting them, we are presenting them, we are giving them a video, tendering, everything, documentations. So we finally got the order. Then after clicking the order, they said, Kiridi, you have to participate of 50%. 50% are costing. Then said, okay, take it, that we will participated in 50% business also, means 50% we invested, 50% government invested. That they called it as a public-private project. So it is public project also, and government privately also invested in that. That they called as the 3 PPP models. Then once we install that on our investment, that we started in 2011, we started with the first project. Then we got at a time 11 orders of the government kitchen, and it was a boosting for us. And then gradually we started with the steam cooker. Steam cooker is basically a steam-based cooking. In traditional cooking, what is done? A normal burner we are using for the cooking. In steam cooker, it's purely a steam-based cooking where you can save the energy also. It's completely SS-based kitchen equipment, and completely modernized tilting-based cookers are there. It's not a conventional cooker. It's tilting cooker with an inbuilt washing and inbuilt drainage system we are providing. So based on our roti machines supply and our services, after 3 years, 14 orders we got again steam cooking equipment orders, where we had given a complete turnkey solution with design. We refurbished the kitchen, like civil contract also we got it. So that was another business line we got it. In architecture also we have a tie-up to do the kitchen refurbishment. Then after installation, AMC also we have started. Gradually in 2016, we started with the AMCs also. Those where we had not supplied the kitchen, where they had given, no, can you do the equipment maintenance only? We have already maintenance. So gradually in 2016, we got the maintenance contract confidence also. So we are now, currently we have more than 53 projects where we do the AMC contract also. Then during the trainings and demo, we used to give them a training for the hygiene also. Okay, how to use the equipment, how to clean the equipment, kitchen premises cleaning also. So we give them some tips of the cleaning, as well as the cleaning solution also. We suggest we use the liquid form, use this type of the scrub, use this type of the brushes. So that customer connecting was a very smoothly. So they said, better you can only supply the cleaning equipment as well as the cleaning solution also. So in 2018, it was a third business venture. Chemical also, chemical as well as the chemical equipment also. That includes the brooms, vacuum cleaners, then brushes, specialized scrubbers, that also we are supplying. So this is how we give the end-to-end solution, like kitchen consulting, kitchen equipment designing, kitchen equipment installations, and how to maintain that kitchen equipment by providing the cleaning solutions and other housekeeping machineries also. So this is how we started with the this all three business venture. Earlier, all three company was different. Is consulting is into EPCOM management, kitchen is into Annapurna kitchen, and jumbo cleaning cleaning equipment as well as the cleaning solution in the jumbo cleaning. So that three different GST, three different bank account. So everything was very difficult to maintain. So now in 2022, with the grace of and with the guidance of the Sudesh Sharma ji sir, I think is available, is participating in this. So he has guided very nicely to come everything under one umbrella. So in 2022, we have started with Savitri Syndicate, Integrated Sustainable Solution. That is our company tagline, where we had converted all our brands, Annapurna brand, EPCOM brands, and the jumbo cleaning brands. So it's like Savitri is also represented by three businesses. Savitri itself name is a feminine, so it's a woman entrepreneur business, and kitchen consulting and chemical. That is how we had developed three brands with one company. It's now we are building up a corporate images also. So once again, thank you from my side to ICS to giving me an opportunity.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. From an auditor to business head, your journey is totally motivating. You became successful due to several reasons. You never gave up and you never let anything in your way. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The best successes in life came after many failures. Same experience shall be shared by our next speaker, Mr. Girish Kumar Sidwani. He is the co-founder of Samrat Chemical Industries, done MCon, 20 years of experience in stone processing industry. We welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir.
हेलो, नमस्कार दोस्तों। आप सभी की मुलाकात करके मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। मैं अपना परिचय देना चाहूँगा। मेरा नाम गिरीश कुमार सिद्धवानी है और मैं सम्राट केमिकल इंडस्ट्री को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ। इस कंपनी का मैं को फाउंडर हूँ। ये कंपनी मैं और मेरे बड़े भाई साहब श्री किशोर कुमार जी सिद्धवानी ने मिलकर चालू की। जब ये हमने कंपनी चालू की, इससे पहले हम लोग ट्रेडिंग का काम करते थे, केमिकल जो स्टोन इंडस्ट्री में काम आता है। हमने काफ़ी मेहनत की लेकिन रिजल्ट कुछ मिल नहीं रहे थे, तो हमने सोचा क्यों ना हम अपना प्रोडक्शन चालू करें जो कस्टमर की डिमांड रहती है। तो हम लोगों ने 2005 में इस कंपनी की शुरुआत की। तो हमें उस समय काफ़ी कठिनाइयों का सामना करना पड़ा, क्योंकि हमारा हमेशा ये रहता था कि कस्टमर को कुछ नया दिया जाए, कुछ नया दिया जाए, लेकिन कस्टमर एकदम कोई भी नई चीज को एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते हैं। तो जब हमने ये कंपनी की शुरुआत की तो हमने काफी हार्ड वर्क किया, लेकिन धीरे धीरे हमें वो सक्सेस मिलने लगी। 2005 में करीबन हमारा टर्नओवर 2005 करीबन 1.5 CRE था, लेकिन काफी मेहनत करने के बाद में बहुत नया लक्ष्य लाने पे हमें ये आज 9-10 में करीबन हमारा ये टारगेट 200 CR के आसपास आना चालू हो गया। तो कस्टमर हमेशा ये चाहता है कि कुछ नया दिया जाए, कुछ नया दिया जाए, लेकिन कस्टमर उस चीज को वो एकदम एक्सेप्ट भी नहीं करता है। तो कस्टमर से हमेशा जुड़े रहे हम लोग, और कस्टमर को ये भी होता है कि अगर हम आपका ये प्रोडक्ट यूज करते हैं तो इससे हमें क्या बेनिफिट है। तो उनके अकॉर्डिंग ही प्रोडक्ट हम लोग प्रोसेस करके बनाते थे, और धीरे धीरे हमें इस ऊंचाइयों पे पहुंचा दिया कि कस्टमर आज हमें ये खुद कहते हैं कि आप अब नया क्या कर रहे हो। और हम अब ये चाहते हैं कि हमारी कंपनी का टर्नओवर करीबन 200 करोड़ है, तो उस टारगेट को हम लोग आने वाले 5 सालों के अंदर 2000 का करना चाहते हैं। और हमेशा ये लक्ष्य रहा है, अपने आप को ही लक्ष्य देते रहे कि उस लक्ष्य को हम पहुंचें। तो मैं नए जो भी एंटरप्रेन्योर हैं उनको ये कहूँगा, हमेशा कुछ नया करें, कुछ जरूर नया करें, तभी आप उस सक्सेस को पा सकते हैं। मैं आपको ज़्यादा समय नहीं ले रहा हूँ। मैं आपको हैप्पी दिवाली कहना चाहूँगा, हैप्पी न्यू ईयर कहना चाहूँगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for sharing your success story. It has been very encouraging and surely will help various new upcoming enterprises. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
It's not how long a leader lasts, it's how to impact they make. Let me introduce and move ahead to our next speaker, Mr. Abhijit Gadgil. He is an HR department head for Escon Project Private Limited. Completed science graduate, postgraduate in personal management. 20 years of experience in chemical and rubber industries as work manager and assistant general manager. Since last 10 years, working with Escons Private Limited and also a lead auditor for ISO 9001-2015. We welcome you, sir.
Hello. Wish you all happy Diwali and prosperous New Year after the Diwali. Madam, will you please start the video? Hello. Will you please share the video which I have given to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sound? Audio is not there, madam.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. You can continue, please.
No, well. Hello.
Yes, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Audio is not there.
So audio we are playing in. Just give a minute.
Within the time bound manner.
Viscon introduce ourselves, hardcore industrial construction company, believing client always first. We are safety and quality first organization, and time-bound completion of the projects is our USP. Rather, in other words, you can say we do only the fast tracks projects. And we are now having our another USP of one window solution, that is having the specialty civil as well as the services like HVAC and MEP also. We are always believe safety, quality and speed to give the customer satisfaction to deliver their project within the time-bound manners. Our founder, Mr. Nilesh Sawan, is a very visionary one, and he started his business on the scratch, that is from the 10 lakhs. Now we have achieved our turnover is to the 500 crore plus, and this year we have targeted to cross 800 CR. Along with our MD, Mr. Nilesh Sawan, he started his business along with the two his colleagues, Mr. Ramchandra Maidev and Mrs. Anjali Kale. Now they are acting as a director in SCON Projects Private Limited. Our specialty to do the execute, that is turnkey civil as well as the MEP projects. We also do the EPC and the design builds projects also. Our offices is head office is in Pune, and our other branch offices is in Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Goa and Bengaluru also. And very soon we will start our business in the northern area, that is from the Delhi. Main specialization of SCON is we are very flexible and our organization having a very thin hierarchy, due to which we will took a very fast decisions and deliver the project with the client satisfaction in a recorded time. If you look out our company profile, our 44% of the revenue was generated through the repeated orders. This will give the client satisfaction index towards the SCONs also. We are having more than 750 staffs on our payroll and 4,000 labor strength, which is scattered along with the pan-India basis. As we are a safety and quality first organization, we have secured ISO 45001:2018 for the OSHAs, that is for the safety, and ISO 9001:2050 for the TQM, that is for the quality purposes. And both are certified by the reputed committee called as the ICS India. Our CRISIL rating is also good, and to take the market international credibility, we have also enlisted under the DND certifications. Company grabbed more than 34 awards to the various committees like CIDC, BAI, PCRF itself. And not only that, this legacy also came from our MD from Mr. Nilesh Sawan. He himself was got more than 14 national and international awards in his personal crown. Few of them is Asia's most admirable leaders, Maharashtra Business of Excellence Award, Hind Ratna Awards, Bharat Nirman Awards for the talented personality, and so on. See, total, we can see the clarity and the building of the ESCON. Building means this organization of the ESCON is the hierarchy having a very simple communication, and as client satisfaction is the motto, and follow-up communication and forecasting. Those are the main pillars which stand by our MD. Until date, company executed more than 325 plus satisfied customers, and in the safety last year, that is in 2021, we have achieved 11.3 Safe Millions Awards to the various sites. Being a CSR corporate activity, ESCON is also plays a very active role, and which will be now do a ESCON Pro organization, and which will be scattered along with the pan-India basis doing the multiple tasking of the CSR activities. And I am only saying that be rest assured, project to ESCON made it is in safe, capable, and technical hands. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Average people have great ideas. Legends have great execution. Thank you so much, sir. Now, we shall have panel discussion along with the open forum. Let me introduce to our moderator, Professor Sudesh Sharma. He is a senior scientist officer with DAE NPCIL for 30 years, visiting professor at business schools. Currently TQM consultant and MDP facilitator, corporate communication consultant to the technical sector. BE in mechanic, PG in management, ISTD in training and development. Experiences into quality management, environmental management, health and safety training and development, corporate communication, and nuclear engineering. We welcome you, sir. Please welcome all our panelists for the panel discussion. Requesting all the speakers to please join us for the panel discussion.
Yeah, I think 100th webinar, I don't think we had the emotional moments, in any of the other 99 webinars actually. So these were touching moments, and I really appreciate the way some speakers, they gave a very touching rendition. It was touching by all accounts, uh, because now, having all of us are into some professional activity or the other in various ways, some are in medium ways, some are in, running MSMEs, some are into corporates. There are fundamental, threads of lesson running through all the talks, fundamental threads. And I am quite touched, let me tell you all, particularly by the manner in which, the woman speaker, Riddhi, she's a lone walker, yeah, come on, imagine, she walks it all alone, creates alliances, dissolves alliances, and then keeps walking. Can you imagine Akshay Patra's scheme and all? She'll go to the government department and start a venture with the government. Yani government mein appointment lena is such a, nasty task. You wait there for 2 hours and people don't even acknowledge that you're waiting. The way she has done, keeps on, hopping, moving. That what you say, never say die approach. So admirable. So I'll come to all of you. Then the manner in which Prateek, the turnaround of his company in 2003, as he said, 11 employees and the turnover was how much? 50 lakhs or something, which is not even the salary of a director. I wonder, how did he, and now it's 80 crores. Yeah, come on. And so this webinar has been a great learning for everybody, I suppose, provided we take it, we don't take it lying down. We have to imbibe things. We have to actually, and then of course, we just cannot ignore the way in which, like our friend, maybe Anshul ji. Yeah. अंशुल तो आपका तो यार मतलब यू वेंचर्ड इनटू सीधा लोगों ने ना बोल दिया योर प्रोडक्ट इज गोइंग टू फेल एंड आई एम श्योर दिस कटारिया साहब से लेके सबने ये सुना होगा कि आप जो कर रहे हो दैट्स गोइंग टू फेल ऑल ऑफ अस लाइक कटारिया साहब सी द बेस्ट पर्सन सिटिंग हियर द मोस्ट आई वुड से द सीनियर मोस्ट पर्सन अमंगस्ट अस इज डॉक्टर कटारिया उन्होंने कितनी बार सुना होगा यू विल फेल he was into a very cozy job. So Anshul, hats off यार, मतलब cyber security में venture करना उस जमाने में, I think you also need to write a biography, like you're actually fighting wars with attackers. Actually, you're actually fighting wars. Hackers and attackers and all those enemies of IT. बहुत and of course then the last speaker, Mr. स्कॉन वाले साहब अपने बैठे हैं कि नहीं? आई डोंट सी हिम. I mean, 1 minute. Where is Mr. Abhijit?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Say, so 750 people in your projects, sir. And of course, those nuggets of advice from Girish Sidwani ji and our first speaker,
Yes,
Mr. Chinmay, आप भी है ना Chinmay, right? So, we didn't expect this 100th webinar to be such a touching affair, actually. So one by one. Kataria sir, any comments from you?
Yeah, thank you, Professor Sharma. Well, listening to all these eminent speakers, and they have been talking to their heart. Means as the challenges which they have change into challenges into opportunity. And they have gone from bits and pieces to such a large organization. I compliment all of them and congratulate for their growth. And one thing we should remember that we are not working for ourselves, myself. We are working for the people. Where you feel happy, so many people, so many families are attached with you, your organization, you're providing a butter and that is the important thing. I feel always proud that we have so many people. And second thing, which was challenge, the new product is not acceptable. Maybe one time, two time, but persuasion by the people and making it success is the greatest story, I should say. Our new entrepreneurs should learn that failure is not a failure. It is a learning stage. You learn from them. So these are the important and thank you, Pratik Saab. You started from the scratch a new company. The father has provided you all the DNA, I should say, so that you can venture from your IT to different sector. And one thing which was touching to me was people were saying about the innovation, new product, which is most important. If you want to sustain, survive in business, you have to be ahead of others, your competitors, new product, new services. That's all a message I would like to pass on. Really, I'm quite happy. All the speakers were excellent. I'm sure our MSME who are attending this webinar, they are going to gain quite a lot out of this journey by you all. And wish you again better growth. Thank you, Professor
Yeah,
Sharma.
so let's hear a bit more from each of them now. I'll go, in the manner in which, so Pratik is the next in this order, in the way I see all people sitting here. So let's go. Even Mr. Pratik has raised his hand also. Pratik ji, please throw some more light for the benefit of all of us. Riddhi, aapko jana nahi hai. Please don't get up. You have to enlighten people further. All. Anshul ji, aapko bhi, Abhijit ji, Sidhwani ji, please stay seated for at least 20 minutes, at least. In
Thank you.
case,
Thank you.
yeah. So Pratik, please, yeah.
Thank you, Sharma ji. In fact, one of the important things in which Mr. Katera also said, innovation is there. So I'll tell you, while I spoke about the journey and everything, I would want to tell you about our values. So yeah, every company has its mission, it has vision, everything is there. But what holds the company and what grows the company and which cannot change is the values. So we have our values in karma management called SLICE, SLICE, slice. You can say slice of life or slice of a pie. That's what slice is. So what is slice? It is S stands for simplicity or simplification of whatever we do. When you talk to customers, you do not sell yourself. You have to sell the problems faced with the customer. That is very important. Simplify those things. That आपका ये problem है, ये solution है. आप हमारा solution बेचो. That's where it is. Second letter is L, which stands for legacy. So yes, we do not want to say that there's a legacy behind, of course, myself, my father, that's the legacy. But what we want, L stands for legacy, is that what is it that we want to send it for future? Karma management should not be the company just known by the promoters, but it should be a perpetual company. And that's what the legacy is all about. I, which is the center point of SLICE, it stands for innovation. And that's very important. Innovation should be a centerfold for any of the organization. And that's the strongest pillar you should have. Unless you do not innovate, you do not do anything, you're bound to fail and bound to die. That's as simple as that, I would say. So never be a stagnant pond, you should be a flowing river. C stands for collaboration. So yes, you need to collaborate with your employees, you need to collaborate with the families of the employees, you need to collaborate with the clients. You need to ensure that every department, every business function, every support function works in a more collaborative manner. One of the important things which I've learned being with Ms. Kataria as well as Sharmaji is that when you try to do collaboration and all, you need to ensure your processes are very, very defined. And I'm very happy that over the last more than decade, they are helping us to ensure our ISO 9001, SA 8000, ISO 27001, all the certification they are there to ensure the processes are well built and people around it are also they are also doing the same thing as per the processes now. That's where it is. So C stands for collaborations. Now, when you have a simplification or simplicity, you have legacy, you have innovation with you, you have collaboration with you. The last but not least, the value which turns into the result is excellence. So E in SLICE stands for excellence. And that's what our these core values are. And to start about more services which we're trying to do. So this year, that's April 2022 onwards, we have also ventured into very different field altogether, which is into facility management. We were doing something else before to housekeeping and all, but we now gone full-fledged into facility management with nothing to do with HR and compliance. So trying to innovate more. And another thing which is very close to heart, which I started my journey way back in 97, 98 is technology. So we have a full-fledged tech team to do a lot of tech projects as well. So these are the two greenfield things which we have started as far as Karma is concerned from this year onwards. And hopefully, next 5-year plan is to become 1,000 crore company. And we have already aligned a lot of things which we need to do. And I need just your wishes and blessings to sure that we will achieve there. That's it. I don't want to share my journey and more about slides. Thank you very much.
Great, Pratik. So one lesson that, I'm triggered to share one lesson from Pratik's company because I've been observing his dad, him and all function for the last almost 2 decades now. See, they have a shared vision and their employees are truly committed to that shared vision actually. And the shared vision is internalized by people because of this value system. One thing that all of us have noted, you enter an eatery joint, some restaurant, restaurant. And the moment you enter, you will find what are the values. You can perceive those values. They are not written there. You can perceive those values of that organization, of that joint, immediately how customer focused they are, how hygienic they are, only hygiene, customer focus. These are the values of that org. Then maybe appearance, decor, aesthetics. वो वैल्यू आपको परसीव हो जाती है, आपको मतलब कुछ पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं होती है वहां पे. And some of us call these things as vibes in the organizations. The moment you enter a company, or even if it is a manufacturing unit in an MIDC area, आप बोलोगे it's all kachara patti all around, all that dirt and everything stinking with high levels of pollution and smoke and everything. But if there are values, if there is a shared vision, the moment you enter this particular company, you will find it's a different kind of setup, those vibes, And the IT has been a great trendsetter in actually, projecting these vibes, honestly. And people today emulate the reception, the toilets, the hygiene, the housekeeping, even the signage. You can correct me, Anshul, at any point of time. I request speakers to pop in at all the esteemed panelists here to pop in at any point of time, in case they get inspired to share something. It's not that, wait for your turn to speak. Anshul, any comments on this?
So one thing, that I wanted to share, coming from cybersecurity space, we always, try to go towards, large enterprise, focusing on, targeting them, telling them they are the ones who are attacked. They need protection. But I think there is also one aspect of, when you are building an ecosystem, building your company, associating with the colleagues as well as partners, and obviously biggest being the customer. There is one thing that you also need to give back to the community, so that the slice concept, one of the things that I felt, and I think every organization should follow and adapt it in their own organization in a similar fashion. But one thing that should also be there is giving back to the community, because you are deriving your growth because of the community. So being in cybersecurity space, what I wanted to say was that this Diwali, we actually launched a free version of a WAF solution. So it's like to protect anybody who has an application. The most of these security solutions are very enterprise focused. Their focus they're also something that is a lot of times not affordable for SMB sector primarily. And I think everybody needs a way to defend their applications, their IT infra. And it's not always about generating revenue. It's also about building an ecosystem and bringing the community together. So that was the thought process. It was the passion that actually was driving us. And one of the things out of passion is also giving back to the community. In every field it's going to be different. In our case, it was like we already have a customer base, we have good set of revenue coming in, but we need to give back and focus also on those people who need it, because cybersecurity is everybody's problem, not only for large enterprise, it is also for small enterprise, it is also for individuals. So in our field, we are mostly on protecting critical infra. And I think critical infra is not just for government, not just for banks. Any small organization with their limited IT setup also is critical for that particular organization. And I feel they also need to be adequately protected. And that is what we have started off with. And I hope, giving back to the community in other ways, like my space is this, but I'm sure there could be other ways of giving back. And that is something that we should carry out.
Great. Thank you, Anshul. Thank you.
Yeah,
I think
if I may add, Sharma ji, in fact, very well, you spoke about Anshul giving back to the society. So individually, what I have also tried to do in last few years, in fact, especially last couple of years, especially during pandemic timers, to speak to the MSMEs and small enterprises, as well as nurture them into making the business big. So while we have a journey of around last 20 years, how to do the business and everything, we have done our own taste of success and failures. Something to give back to the society, which we have started doing it. I'm also on the panel of National Commission of Women to ensure that the small-time women entrepreneurs, how do they make it a big success? So I do some certain mentorship programs on that. I call it mentorpreneur. So mentor the entrepreneur, which is called mentorpreneurship programs, which is my aspect of giving back to society. And this is case-to-case basis. It is completely pro bono, which we try to do, just to nurture the company and see that they also succeed in big.
Pratik, my humble friendly suggestion would be, why don't you please, get in touch with Anshul. Both of you are of the same age group also. And both of you have this value system of, doing something for others. So kabhi kar do, sabke kaam aayega. Please do something. Your passion also is IT here. And I think Anshul also is very well connected all over. So are you. There will be a good synergy between the two of you. And please, one of the primary purposes of these webinars is also to connect people with each other in this chaotic, random world. So please do it.
Thank you.
Sure,
thank you for the opportunity.
Anshul, you can share your, please, coordinate.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Because both of you have so much in common in terms of technology, and both of you are great, young thinkers. So, Riddhi, I think you had sent a message. You want to go to Baroda. Riddhi, are you around? I don't know. She's in a hurry. Actually, she is in a hurry. Yeah. But anyway, it's nice to see women in a hurry. And she has no other passion except promote her enterprise and do charity work with these mandals in Gujarat and Garba and multiple. वो कहाँ गई? सुनना था थोड़ा और उनको. Anyway, now we can Abhijit sir, आप please, can you throw थोड़ा आपका जो था ना, we wanted to know more about your, something which touches people. कोई ऐसा एपिसोड, कोई ऐसा इंसिडेंट?
Yes, sir. Very, very
Like
good.
I'll trigger you. Recently, I was in this administrative staff college of India, Hyderabad. I had a 2-day high level, transformational leadership program to take over there. And, we were discussing with a couple of business families there, youngsters, how people get things done in companies, how
Sir,
people, do they give external rewards or do they motivate them internally? I mean, external
Sir.
rewards कहाँ तक काम करते हैं? आपका भी, what did you say your staff strength was?
Our
कितना?
staff strength is now 750.
750. I think I noted it somewhere. Yeah, 750. So it's
The reason
astounding.
is, sir, our company started in 2007.
Right.
Our MD was as a teacher's son. His father is teacher, and he is a civil engineer, and he started on his own along with the other 3 directors. The basic thing is he is always जमीन पे पैर है उनके, and he's always try to help everybody. That is the basic thing. And his logo is speed, safety, quality, and commitment. The basic aim is never fail the commitment. That is on that basis, every staff of the company is working. And there is no staff, there is no employee. It is a family culture is there in the company. That is the main strength of our. And the basic thing is we are always try to give to the society. If you know, last 2 years, once in a Kolhapur, there was a flood. And in Konkan area also, there was a flood. So our team was there, and first time we are the first to approach there and reach there to help the people. So that is the basic requirement of our thinking, that we should give back to the society. And he is always in touch with every worker, every staff, and always help the people in their need of time.
Great, sir.
That is why every staff, every worker is working as a family member. That is the basic thing of our.
Lovely. बहुत अच्छे. I mean, there is something which is beyond management books, I think. इसके लिए, I mean, these webinars are important. There are 2 participants who have raised their hand. One of them is, I think, Mr. Anand Pal Singh, and the other one is Rajesh Javeri. आपको, so Rajesh, you had some questions or something?
Yeah, good morning, Sharmaji. And yes, first of all, I thanks all these panelists to spare their valuable time and joining us for this 100 centenarians program of Sadgun Sangh. We've been proud to be giving knowledge to various industries through Sadgun Sangh and various other audit programs. ISO 9001 standard itself gives all these what the panelists are speaking so far, and the leadership or you can say the management principles are saying the same thing. And the management system is required when you are 2. So single person is not sometimes require a management system. So I would like the panelists and Sharmaji to have more focus on requirement of the 9001-2015 for our people who are watching us this program. Thank you.
I had my own reservations because 2015 से भी ऊंची बात हो रही है अभी तो मतलब, and as you rightly said, 2015 in some phase it is covering under leadership a couple of these things. The problem is how to interpret those things, that's what is being discussed without mentioning 2015. So I think there is no deviation in the discussion, and the discussion should take a kind of natural turn, let's not really, because it's automatically focusing on 15, when you talk of leadership, 9,000, if you read the guidelines of implementing 2015, वो गाइडलाइंस इंग्लिश में समझा तो सब कुछ रहा है, पर यहाँ पे तो प्रैक्टिकली वही किया है ना सबने. प्रतीक ने क्या किया और रिद्धि ने क्या किया, गाडगिल जी ने क्या किया. They have practically implemented those in their own ways, because 9015 is not prescriptive. The 9001 is not prescriptive. There is no prescription there. They've only given you broad statements, and this is the way people have interpreted it. So I don't see any deviation between 15 and this discussion. Let's not be so overwhelmed with that standard 2015 क्या बोल रहा है. अरे क्या बोल रहा है तो सबको पता है. The problem
I
there
think
is
these standards are just framework for any organization. Framework
Yes.
है how to basically do, and वो अच्छा framework है which is an international organization standardization है. Means it is standardization. ये company अगर आपकी छोटी company है या आपकी बड़ी company है, इंटरनेशनली भी यही स्टैंडर्ड कर रहा है. अभी वो फ्रेमवर्क के हिसाब से आप कैसे अपना कंपनी करते हो, चलाते हो, दैट इज अप टू यू, बिकॉज ISO doesn't tell you how to run your company. ISO only tells you to how to framework and how your policy should be there. Running a company is in your own hands. But एक framework दिया है, वो दायरा दिया है कि आप उस हिसाब से चलो. That's what it is, I guess.
Very good. Very good. Pratik, can I just Riddhi, because she has to leave and she has been giving messages. आप थोड़ा please, I mean, you're already in your car or something. Anyway, so आपने जो ये मतलब just give us some more, throw some more light on this aspect. ये जो tough departments को आपने handle किया है, because this will be very useful for all the participants here. How did you handle those departments, and you did a partnership with them finally, with the government sector. Yeah.
Just because of this ISO 9000 system, I had implemented in my personal life as well as the business also. Because now in kitchen client, I'm heading more than 87 client I have in kitchen industry, and in QMS industry, I have 52 clients where I'm catering my service regularly. I have 2 back office staff, 3 person in maintenance department, and this is how all the systems are predefined, all the formats, templates, even I'm using technologies that WhatsApp group, applications. So by using this ISO 9000 system in my business in a rigorous way, I got a maximum benefit. With a minimum manpower, I'm able to manage my business.
Very good.
Means
Very
it is
good.
manless office when we say paperless office. But as far as sir मेरा concern ऐसा था कि during my experience पेपरलेस ऑफिस होना बहुत मुश्किल है और फिजिबल भी नहीं है. मैनलेस ऑफिस होना पॉसिबल है पेपर वर्क के लिए कि इफ वी हैव अ ऑटोमाइज सिस्टम और वो सिस्टम के हिसाब से पेपर भरा आदमी ने तो वो काफी मिनिमल स्टाफ में वी कैन गेट द मैक्सिमम आउटपुट सर.
Yeah. So I think Anand Palji, see, everybody is trying to implement ISO in their own life also. ये देख आप जो कह रहे थे ना, automatically link हो जाता है ISO से, because as Pratik very rightly interpreted, there is no prescription in ISO. यार उसने broad framework दे दिया. अब आप कैसे कर रहे हो, इंडस्ट्री को वही समझना है ना, और वो समझते रहेंगे. It's a lifelong process. I mean, nobody can say that my learning is complete. So all said and done.
रिद्धि जी, कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स. रिद्धि जहाँ है वहाँ सिद्धि तो प्राप्त होगी.
एंड सुदेश सर ने सर काफी सारा आपका भी ब्लेसिंग्स है. सुदेश सर का जो मेंटरिंग है, मेंटरिंग इज द राइट वर्ड. एंड आज का भी जो एक्सपीरियंस है दिस वेबिनार का, इट्स रियली फर्स्ट टाइम आई एम अटेंडिंग. So there could be some presenting issue, this language issue, but definitely I'll improve and it will be inspiring for me.
Riddhi, please. I mean, I want to caution all my friends here. There is no language issue with anybody who is sitting here. There is no language issue. Language is not at all essential for communication. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Let me also give you
one more incident I would like to share. जैसे सर ने बताया ना कि I am facing a lot of issue in a marketing because I am heading 3 businesses. Kitchen का अलग था, consulting का business अलग था, then housekeeping chemical का अलग था. तो और तीनों कंपनी अलग. मार्केटिंग में आई एम फेसिंग अ बिग इशू कि अरे प्रेजेंट कौन सा बिजनेस करना है, बिकॉज दिस ऑल 3 आर एप्लीकेबल टू एवरीवेयर. देन काफी सारा ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग आई हैड डन एंड फाइनली शर्मा जी हैज गाइडेड मी अ परफेक्ट इज द टू द पॉइंट जो बोलता है ना कि
देखो सुनो रिद्धि सुनिए प्लीज. What I did was brought all your enterprises under one umbrella. And जो savvy और free, वो savvy का जो brand name है वो आपको बहुत click होगा. It will be very auspicious for you, because savvy was the name of a very popular business magazine, women's magazine once upon a time.
Yes.
SAVVY. और सावित्री के साथ मैच हो रहे हैं. सावित्री मीन्स शी हैज, सावित्री का मतलब faith, faithfulness.
Yes.
So now Rajesh Javeri has raised his hand. Can we, Riddhi, please be around if you can for 10 more minutes.
Yes. I'm continuing.
Now let's give a chance to Mr. Rajesh Javeri. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sudesh Sharma ji, and my best compliment to Sundar Kataraji, because I know him directly, indirectly, being in the certification body for a couple of years. I am from Bureau Veritas. I am heading the IT related certification for South Asia region, and when I got an invite, I really wanted to be a part of this particular discussion. My two questions to concern in this cyber security fraud which is happening specific to the senior citizen, because people are not highly educated, and we mentioned that we need to educate and we need to give it to society. So why can't we make such type of program or some WhatsApp group where the people can be aware about it, how to protect themselves, specific to the senior citizen, because we are seeing the frauds are now increasing. Like number one. Number two, Anshulji, we have seen the people who are there in the industry, maybe after 40, 45, due to the various practical reason, they are not able to upgrade their skills, and then they are leaving the industry. So can we have some sort of specific program for them, and they can be helpful to you? To you, miss, they can helpful to the entire the industry and the society, because people have worked for maybe initial year in the IT or maybe in ERP or whatever those lines. So that was my two feedback. I thought maybe I can share with you in this platform. Yes, and if it has, I given my number also, maybe we can.
Yeah. So Anshul, I hope the query is clear.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned about some kind of giving back to society, and I am glad that Mr. Rajesh has actually pointed it at you. Like can you do something for the senior citizens, to make them aware of cyber security?
Right. So the very pertinent questions. I'll take the second one first and the first one afterwards. So you're talking about, like somebody who was initially an expert and then, over a period of time, they need to upgrade their skills. And see, the thing is that if I take about in cybersecurity domain, it is a specialized skill set. It is not a generalized skill set. Like IT software development perhaps would be a generalized one. The thing with any expert domain, be it in my case or in maybe in any other cases, that expertise is always short-lived. I was reading this quote by somebody who was saying that expertise is always required and essential, but it does not last long, because you build up expertise in certain thing, assuming that this is how it is, and the way the technology is changing, adapting to those new concepts and the new way of thinking also becomes a little bit of a hurdle. I have seen this firsthand also, and while we are in a domain where we need to continuously up our skills, the challenge is that the way of thinking also needs to change, and that becomes harder with age, unfortunately. The way I would say is that curiosity is the key. If you are curious, if you keep on looking for this, and you need time for doing that also. Many people choose to go by the path of just going through certifications, but certifications are also there is a certification very popular. After a few years, those certifications will have little value in practical purpose. All those certifications are very good to have. It builds your capability, skill set. It gives you a general perspective, but when it comes to practice, you always encounter different things. When we go and deploy our solutions, we encounter something new every single time. And the thing is that you need to adapt and you need to keep on evolving, and that is very, very important. So innovation in splice or evolution is a constant affair. There is no pill that you can give to somebody that please take this course and now you're upgraded. It has to come from within. Also with regards to the other part of your question regarding education of senior citizen, one of the other things that we do as part of AKS and Holdos is that we run a charitable institute where we teach basic computer education and tally for underprivileged children and old age. So we were actually we saw a lot of cases where a lot of old citizens, senior citizens, their children have gone abroad, and basic communication like over video conferencing and all was also a challenge for them. Writing mails was a challenge for them. The world is evolving, and we started providing that and through our trust. We run a trust. We've been running that for past 14 years, and we've been providing this kind of education. Cybersecurity has always been a thought, but many a times, we in fact even tried once back in 2017. But the challenge that we saw was that people were initially enthusiastic, but the basic foundation was missing. And frauds are very, very innovative. Paytm frauds are happening, were happening, and there are other kinds of frauds which keep on happening, and they try to play with your psychology, and that is how they perpetrate the attack. Unfortunately, for that, there has to be vigilance, and some degree of seminars and education needs to be provided. We've done a few of them before. We did not see that kind of a response initially. Perhaps the awareness was missing at that point in time, but both the government as well as this is something that is also there at our minds, that we need to do more. In our case, we are restricted to North India, where we carry out these kind of exercises and seminars. But absolutely, you're right. We need to do much more because.
Okay, Anshul, I'll cut you short. And sorry, because I think Prateek wants to pop in with some input of his. Yeah,
Sure.
Prateek.
No, I was just wanted to add what Anshul was talking about, and I think what Rajesh ji was also asking. There's one more series in Netflix, a web series which I watched, which was Jamtara. I don't know how many people have watched that.
I wanted to
should,
mention that.
You should watch that, because it's all about cyber fraud and cyber crime and how you have to be, and how people are innovative, and the cyber crimes, how people are innovative, and young guys who are actually fleecing money from old and people who are ignorant about it. And I think Anshul, if you're doing that very well, in fact, not that, but I think more like how we are doing this 100 seminars or webinars. I think something like that. I think if you can do online webinars for more, getting more older people, it will be really good, because I think this is really needed. You talked about Paytm fraud and all those things are very important. Sharma ji, just check there is a chat box in the chat box. There is a couple of questions there. If you want, I can take up the question. Otherwise, whoever wants to take the question.
Which one did you think you want to take up?
There's a Sana Khan who's
yeah.
Put up. Yeah, I think one Mr. Rajesh Zaveri is already put up and answered by Anshul.
Yeah.
There is one Sana Khan who's asked a question here. You want me to take it up, or
please,
anyone wants?
You're part of the group. Come on, please take it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it just comes to the mind. What she's asking here is one second. Persistence is a key in the journey of entrepreneurship. So what are the tips for going for it? So that's a question asked by Sana Khan here. As for me, apart from persistence, you need to think about another 4 to 5 P's. P is for persistence. P is also for perseverance. Okay. Very important is the perseverance, how much you have to follow this persistence. Another P is very much important, is the passion. I also spoke about it, that if you don't have passion in what you're doing, you should not be doing it all. So passion is very, very important. And passion hoga, persistence hoga, perseverance hoga. And last but not the least, which I would want to add, is perspiration. जब तक आप अपना पसीना नहीं बहाओगे, so you will not be able to achieve what you want to achieve, Sana. So that is how the journey should, entrepreneurship should be doing it. These are my tips which I would think about, that apart from persistence, passion, perseverance, perspiration, which we can talk about, this is very much a key to success, whatever it is.
That's, I mean, Pratik, ये है ना, honestly बता रहा हूँ, these are, timeless tips, like, timeless, the ones where the P's that you mentioned in your very own specific way. The only problem is, I mean, we all, knowledge is, today, knowledge is not a problem with people. The problem is inspiration, getting it. Like, in your case, you didn't have passion, and people normally say that jiska passion nahi hai, you will fail in that activity, right? You fail in that activity in which you don't have passion. Now, yours is the best example where you created passion for something new now. And they say it takes 21 days to repeat something, and then it becomes a habit and a passion also, side by side. 21 days you do something, you get habituated.
देखो सब लोग सचिन तेंदुलकर, विराट कोहली नहीं बन सकते. They have the passion, they become excellent cricketers.
Correct.
So whatever you are into, you absorb that as a passion. Do not quack. Quack is जो duck के जैसे quack करते हैं हम लोग सब. अरे ये है problem, वो problem है. वो problems तो होगा ही, like सब कुछ होता है. But you absorb something as a passion, and that's where you just lead it. I think that is where the key journey is of, and be persistent about it. And that's how the key journey is. And I'm so sure that everyone actually, Anshul, Abhijit, Riddhi also just follow the same thing. It is just, we just follow the same thing, but we're just talking about it today.
Sir, that means you have to live 24 hours with the passion. आपको जीना है उस काम में.
वो सही है. इनफैक्ट एक्चुअली ये मैंने काम नहीं बोल सकते. अगर जब भी आपके पास पैशन है ना, आप वो काम को हॉबी की तरह जी रहे हो.
Yes.
तो हॉबी में कभी हमको ये नहीं होता ना, that whenever we do hobby we enjoy it, right? You need to enjoy. When you enjoy something, आप लगातार करते रहो, आपको कभी स्ट्रेस नहीं होगा. We talk about time management, stress management. Stress management क्यों होता है कि हम सोचते रहते हैं. आप अपना काम एंजॉय करो तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो वही पैशन हो जाता है, and you will be able to succeed. That's what I think about it.
Yeah, Pratik, at this age, यार इतना wisdom है आपको. I mean, again, something very, very relevant to all of us here, कि वो उसको हॉबी ही बना लो ना काम को, मतलब. And I'm sure Anshul, somebody like Anshul will surely subscribe to this belief of yours कि यार वो मेरी हॉबी बन गई, मेरा काम है ही नहीं वो तो. And now I have no time. I mean, it's all 24 hours is my time. जब मैं I keep thinking, I keep improving, I keep innovating, I keep discarding, I keep disrupting. हॉबी में ऐसा ही करते हैं ना. That's how blockbusters are made. That's how blockbusters are made. And ये क्या है कि the philosophy of life is the same. The problem is, getting inspired, and interpreting those things in the best possible manner. That is the real issue. आप समझ रहे हैं ना, बहुत अच्छी बातें आप लोग कर रहे हैं. अच्छा, अभी मैं, before we go to Dr. Kataria, Riddhi, you have something to say on all this? And I'm just wondering, where are the first two speakers? Like the first speaker, Mr. Chinmay, वो नहीं दिख रहे हैं. नेगी जी, चिन्मय नहीं है क्या?
Chinmay sir has some emergency, so he has left.
Okay. And then I think we are missing one more, है ना? So anyway, Riddhi, any comments on this passion? Was kitchen your passion at some point of time? Do you cook?
Yes.
Sir, एक minute. We are coming to you. Huh? Was cooking your passion or something once upon a time?
Yes, cooking is a passion, and I have taken it the joining with the divinity. So it's the ultimate solution. People are working for that only.
So kitchen was your passion, and your profession is also kitchen now, by and large, you know?
Yes.
So achha, this is another case where passion was inborn, kind. Kataria sir, aapka, what is your now?
Yeah.
Ko bhi sun lete hain, sir.
I would say passion is very important to keep you fire in your stomach to learn new things. Unless you have passion, you cannot learn new things. And perspiration is also important, because these two things which I learned while working in atomic energy and then working at offshore. So you have to perspire to learn. So that has to go throughout your life. When you stop learning, means you are dead. You are no more. Your passion is alive. So you have to keep on learning. That's what. My question was very simple. That like this youngster, if you see today's youngster, of course they want to have shortcut for everything. They don't want to read. They don't want to learn new things. They want very shortcut. What is a shortcut to learn? So can you put light on that one? How to tackle that problem?
अच्छा सर द प्रॉब्लम रिपीट ही कर दीजिए एक बार दे डोंट वांट टू लर्न दे डोंट वांट टू व्हाट वाज द सेकंड वन
Yeah, they don't want to learn. They don't want to read. They don't want to means they want to have shortcut for everything.
I agreed I fully endorse what you said it's like itna matlab they have gone to that extent they are not even afraid of losing their jobs, you know, that's the extent. That is the extent of, you know, you can say complacency which has crept in. And I'm sure all of you, you know, that run enterprises, you'll agree with this. डर नहीं है, निकाल दो ना यार, घर बैठ जाएंगे because today parents are also by and large comfortable. They can host them for 6 months, 1 year. I mean, it happens not only with your plumbers and carpenters. It happens with everybody, even very well educated, you know, even IIT grads, let me tell you, because, and I'm saying it out of exposure and experience. क्या करना है Anshul, any take on this?
Sir, we are very clear when we go for hiring. Other than the fact that we need a person who's diligent, we look at whether what is the value, because we want to build a culture, and we have a culture in the company. Our services have to be like 24/7, so you can get a call anytime, right? There is a passion towards the customer. If that passion is not there during the course of the interview, we assess that also. And if we don't find that, we don't go for a hiring, even if the person is amazing, right? So that passion should show how, and we design the question also asking that during the interview, because we want to keep our culture with us. I think unfortunately that is also results in that out of 100 interviews you select one maybe. And it is the case, but I think there are people, it is more of a mentality of people. If you need to find right talent, and unfortunately we do have a struggle at the moment because of how the churn is happening in the IT industry. But you do end up finding people who think similar and who think in the way, and for a hard work, sir. And in my personal opinion, sir, hiring is actually selling to the employee also, future employee. You need to sell yourself to get good talent. And if we design it in that way, we end up getting good talent.
Okay, great. So Abhijit ji, can you comment on this? आपका भी you have 750 people. Riddhi, just 10 minutes. Huh? Okay. Yeah, before you leave. Abhijit ji, any comments on this?
1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
ये जो
No, sorry,
learning की बात हो रही थी, people don't want to learn, people don't want to, you know, they don't want to read, they don't want to. I think what Katayas have wanted to say was, neither they upgrade their skills. Of course, in Anshul's case, it is upgradation of skill तो करना ही पड़ेगा survival के लिए. But there are certain sectors where skills are not required to be upgraded for a lifetime, and people
सीखना तो है ही सर, सीखना तो है ही. Because
नहीं सीखते लोग, नहीं सीखते, उसके लिए क्या करते हैं आप?
उसके लिए सर हम लोग repeat, we are doing repetitions again and again. So not 100%, but at least they get 50% of that. And at the same time, we are promoting some policies. If you do this, we can do like some presentation or some gift to the year end, like we are doing for the persons.
Fantastic.
Because otherwise, some people are very rigid, and if we find so rigid, then we have to no alternative to leave them. But in other case, it is not found that people are ready to learn, but some are forcefully and some are with their intention.
Very good, sir. Very good.
We are giving some presents or some not increment, but some with other ways we are.
ये आपकी strategy अच्छी लगी sir. ये है ना अच्छी लगी कि keep on repeat, because this is one of the ways of hammering things into people.
That is must, sir.
I know I have live experience of this. You know, there used to be a completely zero literate guy working in our house once upon a time. And every day we exposed him to, you know, various sentences of English and this and that. And now he can read the WhatsApp and keep on hammering, repeating. Riddhi, aapko kuch bolna hai when people don't learn?
1 minute. Sir, 1 minute. In our case, most of the people or workers are from the villages. They don't know how to talk also. But daily conducting in the morning, their meeting with giving them some talk. And if you ask them after some time, they will forget it. But after some days, you can talk with them, they can explain it. Not 100%, but that is 50-60%. They can definitely
See, this is like nursery teaching. Every day teacher repeats the same thing for 300 days, you know, every day. And then these nurseries to toddlers, you know, they pick the nuances of that particular language. Whether you teach them Malayalam or Tamil or, you know, whatever alphabet you teach them, every day keep hammering. Riddhi, आपको कुछ कहना है इसके बारे में?
ये जैसे आपने बताया यंगस्टर का, तो हम लोग तो क्या करते हैं सर कि एक स्टैंडर्ड पैटर्न ही बना दिया है आईएसओ के कंसर्न में कि एक मॉर्निंग में 5 मिनट्स का एक स्टैंडिंग मीटिंग रहता है। वो स्टैंडिंग मीटिंग में हम लोग खाली सेल्फ अफर्मेशन बोलते हैं कि आज के दिन हम लोग को जो काम दिया है वो हम लोग प्रोफेशनली कंप्लीट करेंगे, सोशल मीडिया का कम यूज करेंगे और सोशल मीडिया का भी एक टाइमिंग रखा है, ऑफिस आवर्स में रहेंगे तो तभी यही टाइम करेंगे। तो दिस इज हाउ सेल्फ अफर्मेशन जब भी रहता है, जैसा आपने बताया 21 डेज का, तो रोज बताते हैं कि आज मुझे जो काम दिया गया है वो मैं पूरे शिद्दत से करूंगा। वो हिसाब से उनको वो मॉर्निंग मीटिंग में बोलना है, चाहे वो ट्रैवलिंग में भी है तो वर्चुअली भी वो हम लोग गूगल मीट पे रह के फिर डे का वर्क स्टार्ट करते हैं।
Okay. That's great. That's fantastic. Now, Pratik, and Pratik, you've raised your hand again, I suppose, on this.
I can talk.
I know. By the way, Pratik, 1 minute. I'll
answer the question.
1 minute. Pratik has been lecturing, you know, in international forums as the MSME representative of India. You know, that's one thing I think we forgot to speak. Or he didn't mention it in his CV. I don't know why you ignored it, because it was not read out. I thought कि तुम्हारा सबसे बड़ा introduction तो यही है. You are representing delegations of the government abroad. वो बात आप तो keep on talking now. बात जब तक नेगी जी आपको हाथ नहीं दिखाते हैं अभी.
No. In fact, just to answer Sundarji's, Katariaji's, question about how teens today, you know, millennials and teens today, they want shortcut for success. And how do we say, is shortcut good or not? That's the whole question. I hope that is right? Is shortcut good or not? Or in no shortcut mein mante kya karna? So see, shortcut is also good for success if they really are very, very lucky. Agar teens aaj ke zamane mein, whoever the person, not only teens, anyone, very lucky, तो very lucky है, आप जाओ लॉटरी टिकट खरीदो, जैकपॉट लग जाएगा अगर बहुत लकी है तो। आप जाओ कैसीनो जाओ, and if you're a very damn lucky, you will earn the jackpot there as well. That's the only two ways you will be successful if you're very, very lucky. But unfortunately, अगर आपका fate और luck साथ में नहीं है, so there is no other shortcut to success. It is the hard work. That's the only thing which is there. Today's teens का एक issue ये है, and which I would also blame myself as well, because I'm also a father of a teenager, is that all the teenagers which are there, all millennials we talk about, right, from people who are born from 1990s till date, all the parents, what they have done is made them under cocoon. उनको सब कुछ, you know, plate की तरफ से दिया है, and that's where we never asked them to develop their own wings. We never told them to do this. There's a laissez-faire attitude which has come in the teams, and this is world globally actually. So earlier times were very different. हमारी 50s, 60s, 70s की movies भी देखे तो सब कुछ hard work बहुत बहुत बताते हैं. 90s की movie देखे तो it is all everything, you know, that Karan Johar level, everything is very good. So those things, that's a whole journey, because now all kids, they think that everything is on my platter. They don't want to do hard work at all. So major reasons why the kids don't want to do today hard work is not the kids alone. It is the parents also to be blamed. So I will give my 2 cents, which I've been trying with my kids, you know, which is very relevant to any of the teenagers who are growing here. Simple things is that if they like something, first thing is we should not be giving them immediately. तो उनको बर्थडे के लिए जाते हैं, 3-4 महीने पहले बर्थडे के लिए जाते हैं, तो उनको we take them, okay, what is the gift you like, you know, for the birthday. तो बोलता अच्छा मेरे को ये बड़ा चीज चाहिए. बोले कितना है? Okay, if it is 1,000 rupees, I can definitely pay the 1,000 rupees and he can buy the gift. But we don't do that. What we do is this 1,000 rupees has to be earned. Now, how they earn is by right practices, what they can do on their own, like getting up there on their own, and as simple as that, alarms, doing some household chores that they have to do this, doing their things, homeworks, or all those in time, respect to elders. Those are the things which values are there, which we try to do, and we give them points and money. And acha, ye tumhara 1,000 ho gaya hai, now you can buy. So when a person is put up through that particular channel, I would tell, and that's the same for the employees as well. If employees, they demand salary, you give them, it is not going to be there. You have to give them a journey. Hey, bhai, tu itna karega, tera itna growth hoga. Same thing is at home as well. When you derive that, I am sure then they also learn the hard way that there is no shortcut to success. So I think charity begins from home. Agar hum sabhi, if we are a lot of parents here, if we start doing these small things, imbibe that in them, and definitely then they will be able to be a successful person in future. That's my 2 cents.
Pratik, now we
Thank you,
have
thank
just about 5 to 6 minutes left. There's one question, an interesting question from Shubham. For all you leaders, you know, all of you sitting here, that includes Pratik, Dr. Kataria, Riddhi, Anshul, Abhijit ji. What are some mistakes you wish you could have avoided? What are some mistakes? But an interesting question hai. Mistake hui hai. Most of you should be happy because those mistakes have brought you where you are. Right? That's one way of looking at it. The other way is, should I have avoided? Is it destiny? नहीं हो सकती थी क्या? नहीं भी हो सकती थी. वो बोलते हैं ना, written in fate. That is why. Right? Third is, do we have control over our journey? Do we have the steering wheel? Could we have avoided that turn where we faltered, we tripped, we fell, met with an accident? Yeah, but interesting. If I take the holistic approach to mistakes, various interesting alternatives. So can we start with कहाँ से start करते हैं? Kataria sir, can you say some mistake which you could have avoided, or you say no, I am happy, mistake हुआ है, that's why I am what I am?
No, definitely we can. I can put just a small one sentence that whatever business or whatever things you are there, you should spread your hand where you can reach. If you overdo it, I'm sure that failure is going to be there. So that is only one sentence I can
Lovely.
add,
So,
which is the mistake I did, and then we suffered for that.
So overstretch किया आपने, मतलब अपना.
Yeah.
Okay. समझ गए सर, समझ गए. बहुत एक टिप ही चाहिए सर, पूरी बुक नहीं चाहिए. बुक तो अमेज़न पे बहुत है. एक प्रैक्टिकल टिप चाहिए सबसे. One. Now let's come to Abhijit ji. Can you point out one mistake which you wish you should not have done?
Sir, we have done one mistake by misjudging one person and not listening to him. And our relation with him went wrong.
ठीक है सर, होता है. This is one of the possible, risk management actions you have to take. And when Anshul was talking of recruitment, I said the worst case scenario in recruitment is getting hold of the wrong person and
Yeah.
onboarding him and
Yeah.
onboarding him. The moment you onboard a wrong person,
Yeah.
things start going haywire. You know, you can't.
Yeah.
तो
That is.
वो गले में नाग की तरह हो जाता है,
Yes.
फेंक भी नहीं सकते, कुछ नहीं कर सकते.
Yes, sir. That
Good.
has happened once.
Lovely, sir. ये मैं आनंद पाल जी, are you here by any chance? Mr. आनंद पाल, उन्होंने ISO से रिलेट करने को बोल रहे थे ना, वो हर चीज रिलेटेड है, हर चीज रिलेटेड है जो बोली जा रही है. दिस इज रिस्क मैनेजमेंट, यू नो.
Yes.
एंड
Yes.
यही
Risk
कटारिया
management.
साहब ने कहा कि भैया हाथ वहां तक मत फैलाओ जहाँ नहीं पहुंच सकता, पता है तुमको नहीं. यदि मैं एट दिस एज इफ आई से आई वांट टू बी अमिताभ बच्चन, यू नो, लाइक अमिताभ बच्चन ऑफ द 70s, आई कांट बी यार. I have to be something else, you know, a character artist or something else. Anshul, one mistake, please.
So, like very pertinent answers already given. But one thing that I would like to add, this is more from the entrepreneur point of view. One thing that we always talk about, you know, persistence, perseverance, all the P's, you know, you can think of. But there's also one P which is called party. Okay, you work hard, but you also need to take a break, come out of it, and look after yourself. One of the things that I've seen is a lot of entrepreneurs, they are continuously struggling and they are consistently focused in doing their work, but you need to come out and you need to look at your life as a whole. Your home is also important, your personal growth is also important, your personal health is also important, and when all of that is there, right, only then you can focus better at work. So that is one of the learnings I have had, and I've imbibed it in my personal life. But that is one thing that I would say was not exactly a mistake, but my realization over my initial days as an entrepreneur and how I turn it around.
So in one line, how do you put that? What is that mistake which the others should not be committing? Ignoring
your personal growth and personal health.
Personal wellness, we can say. Okay, right. Lovely. One. Riddhi, you want to share one mistake?
No, sir.
No mistake.
No, there are many mistakes.
हाँ? एक जो आपको लगता है कि avoidable थी.
During lockdown, actually, I started looking for a retail business, which I find that was a mistake. Business model I selected.
ठीक है ना?
Because
मतलब that was not a core competence, that was not a passion, that was not something you wish to learn also. कुछ तो हुआ होगा, no issue.
Yes.
One mistake in your transformational journey, turnaround journey, I must say.
No, there's always scope for turnaround more and all that. But mistake which I would tell you is that which I've done and I don't want people to do is don't trust people easily by the face value of it. It's very, very important to know complete background, and not only the people, but whatever the company is, whatever clients you want to acquire, or whatever people you are there in life, don't go for face value. Photo देख के शादी मत करना. It is as good as that. You need to know. या तो मॉडल देख के आप कार मत खरीदो. That you don't do that, right? फोटो देख के कोई शादी नहीं करता है. मॉडल देख के कोई गाड़ी नहीं खरीदता. आप जाते हो, सेल्फ ड्राइव करते हो, सब कुछ देखते हो. In the same thing in your life, in your company, do not trust people easy, which I've done that. That's one of the biggest mistakes which I've done, trusting many people, many partners, and I already fall flat on my thing. So now I learned it. So now I'm being very, very cautious.
बहुत अच्छा.
That's what I want.
$1 million advice, yaar. I mean, this is something, you know, people are much more skilled than we think they are in hiding their feelings, emotions, and body language, you know. People are like criminals. Criminals can hide their body language. Criminals
सभी
can
का
hide.
poker face है. क्योंकि आप बच्चे हो, सब अच्छे नहीं होते, you know. सभी people all wear poker face.
Yes.
I'm sure Riddhi ji, Katara ji, Anshul ji, Avijit ji will agree, and you will have many of us have faced this whole issue, and then you say yes.
True.
Yeah, you know, that's it. It's a life lesson, one of it.
नहीं आपने पिक्चर की बात कर रहे थे ना, पिक्चर की तो in the olden movies, you know, in the black and white movies, there used to be a character who was deaf and mute, you know, गूंगा बहरा बोलते थे उसको. तो वो चिढ़ता था हीरो से, because he also used to love the girl which the hero used to love, you know. तो वो गूंगा बहरा देखने में बड़ा शरीफ था, बिल्कुल ऐसा था, पावरलेस काइंड ऑफ कैरेक्टर, डेस्टिट्यूट कैरेक्टर। लेकिन लास्ट में जब हीरो हीरोइन क्लाइमेक्स पे गाना गा रहे होते हैं ना, वो चाकू मारता है उसको पेड़ के ऊपर से लास्ट में, गूंगा बहरा। सो यू कांट जज पीपल, लाइक सो आई मीन इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट, इट नीड्स अ लॉट ऑफ स्किल, उसके बाद भी धोखा हो जाता है। ग्रेट, आई मीन लवली। So Kataria साहब का, and then we can take one more question, before we wind up. ये कॉमन मिस्टेक्स आ गया है ना, संजय चौहान ने वापस क्यों पूछा इसको? I think it's sufficiently clear now. The other one is, Sana Khan has asked the question, why not for entrepreneurship? And he suggests, due to lack of time. Kickstarter campaign is successful for charitable events. Kickstarter campaign. Anyone wants to throw a light on Kickstarter campaign? The question is in the chat box. What did you want to say exactly? Where is the participant? Where is Sana? She is not around also, because this is a little convoluted question, we're not able to make sense of it. So anyway, I think we can thank you. Any parting words or anything from Kataria sahab, aapki taraf se kuch chalte. So otherwise we just, I mean, I'm so happy that with the level, the spiritual, the emotional, and the competence level of all the speakers at this age. वो विजडम कटारिया साहब को अब आया होगा जाके, आप लोगों को अभी से आ गया, थैंक्स टू टेक्नोलॉजी, थैंक्स टू एक्सपोजर, थैंक्स टू, मतलब या हम सबको भी नहीं आया था, मतलब किसी को नहीं आया था इस उम्र में। तो ऑनेस्टली बता रहा हूँ, we never had this kind of thought process going inside, because उस समय survival used to be the main responsibility, in those days, survival and taking care of your filial responsibilities. Simple, like, वो जो filial obligations हैं, आज आपको honestly, I mean, you are much more enlightened than the earlier generation lot at this age. I right? So Kataria sahab, over to you.
Yeah, only I can say this COVID pandemic time, I think we all were shaken up very badly. Means it was as a look like earth is moving away from your feet. But then your passion, your perspiration, 5P kept you alive and continue your business and sustainability. So we adopted the new technology, new way of life, new way of working from home and all. So that's a lot of learning was there during pandemic time. Thank you, sir.
Great, sir. So that calls for one more webinar of this level, learning from the, from catastrophes like the COVID. And I'm sure all of them will have an excellent story to tell. एक दिन कर लीजिए sir, informally.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you all the speakers. Thank you for your very valuable and passionate participation.
Thank you everyone for such a lovely way to share their experience of success. No duty is more urgent than that of saying thanks. I now request Mr. Dilip Negi to please present the vote of thanks. Before that, let me introduce him. He is the Vice President for Planning and Strategy at International Certification Services Private Limited. He has done BA in Economics, Diploma in Computer Application and Management, specialized into Accounts and Finance, Administration, HR, Strategy and Planning. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Susma ji.
Thank you.
Good afternoon and wish you happy Diwali and prosperous New Year. On behalf of ICS and Sundar Jasaram Kataria Foundation, I thank you all for sparing your valuable time from your busy schedule and joining the Centenary Celebration of Sadhguru San. We sincerely thank our success story presenter, Mr. Chinmay Bardhaman, Mr. Ajay Nair, Mr. Ansul Saxena, Mr. Pratik Vaidya, Ms. Riti Jani, and Mr. Girish Sidwani, and also Mr. Abhijit Gadgil, for sharing your entrepreneurial experience and motivating our business fraternity. We also thank Professor Sudesh Sharma for moderating today's session. In fact, Professor Sharma is one of the person on whom we can fall back for any kind of support. Thank you, Sharma ji. I'm short of words for offering my sincere gratitude to all speakers for their valuable contribution during this 100 weeks journey. We look forward to your patronage in our philanthropic initiative, Sadgun Sai. Your passion for sharing knowledge week after week on every Saturday made it possible to achieve this milestone. We are grateful to you all, domain expert, for sharing your knowledge. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of motivated and dedicated colleagues in ICS under the guidance of our technical director, Mr. Sumit Kataria. You all deserve a big thank you for making it happen. Last, but the most important, I want to extend my generous thanks to Dr. Sundar Kataria for his vision of knowledge sharing and motivating and guiding us. Let me tell you, friends, he himself is a life example of a successful entrepreneur. Thank you, sir. May God bless you with good health. In the end, I request please do join us every Saturday whenever possible, and please come forward to share your knowledge. Thank you. Good day. May God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you once again to all the delegates present here. We look forward for your presence ahead in future webinars. Have a great day. Thank you.
तीर की तरह तू चल चूके ना निशाना, तीर की तरह तू चल चूके ना निशाना। लक्ष्य तेरा सामने है, जीत के है आना, लक्ष्य तेरा सामने है, जीत के है आना। तीर की तरह तू चल चूके ना निशाना, तीर की तरह तू चल चूके ना निशाना। लक्ष्य तेरा सामने है, जीत के है आना। हौसला दिलों में है और रगों में जोश है, तेरे साथ तिरंगा है, ये विजय का उद्घोष है।